people, appeal you people, tell your students, at least take 5 steps. And that will be the takeaway of this international conference. आणि कंसात मी असंही म्हणेन, सर्व शिक्षकांनी देखील कमीत कमी 5 तरी कौशल्य कंसात म्हटले. Otherwise, future is very, very challenging. Future is very, very challenging. Second takeaway is, we depend on you, don't depend on others. And when we are dependent on us, and when we are not depending on others, we are maintaining or nurturing the nature. We are maintaining the sustainability, and there is a good future of or for humanity. आपण जर दुसऱ्यांच्याकडे आशाळभूतपणे प्रत्येक वेळेला पाहायला लागलो तर there is a big challenge for sustainability. The next takeaway is, be a resourceful person. मला झाडं लावता आली पाहिजे, मला साफसफाई करता आली पाहिजे. Nature, I want to know, to recognize the plants. I should be a nature lover person. I should enjoy in the nature. I should try my level best to maintain the nature. Then sustainability is possible. शाश्वत विकास, शाश्वतता, and future of humanity will be bright. When we are maintaining this at our level best, then 100% we can protect the nature. Sustainable development is possible, and there is a good future for humanity. Last 1 minute. I want to narrate a story of Professor Dr. C.V. Raman, Nobel laureate. After his retirement, he decided to settle at Bangalore and to start a research institute, nature, sustainability, and the future of the humanity. For starting a research institute, he has to appoint 3 professors, specialization with physics. He invited, he called good number of applications. He received good number of applications where he received. The reasons are to get the job. If I won't get it, at least to meet the Nobel laureate, Professor Dr. C.V. Raman, great scientist. Sir has shortlisted 5, called for interview. 3 were selected, 2 were rejected. For 5, this institute offered TA and DA to all participants. One candidate who was not got selected, he got 7 rupees extra in his TA-DA bill. Quarter to 6, he came back and requested to the accountant of the Science Institute, "Sir, I received 7 rupees extra, please take back." Accountant replied, "I closed my books of accounts, I will not take it back, you can enjoy." was not selected, he stayed there in the garden whole night. Next day morning, Raman sir was starting about the morning walk. Below the tree, he observed one fellow is standing there. Raman sir approached that fellow, near to that fellow. Raman sir recognized, yesterday this candidate was for interview and we were not selected this fellow. Because of that, probably he is standing. Then Raman sir asked, why you are waiting here? Then that candidate narrated the whole story. Yesterday I got it 7 rupees extra. I went back to the office and requested to the accountant, asked him to take back, but he denied. I am waiting here to hand over to you. Raman sir asked that fellow, wait here, I will finish my morning walk and you come to my office at 10:30. When that fellow, that candidate, returned to the Raman sir's office at 10:30, Raman sir made a statement, putting in an inverted comma. My dear son, त्या कॅन्डिडेटला उद्देशून, my dear son, you failed in physics test, but you have passed in honesty test. And he is none other than the 1983 Nobel laureate Professor Dr. Subramaniam Chandrasekhar. Nature, sustainability and future of the humanity. Moral of the story, तात्पर्य काय? Honesty made sustainability. Honesty nurtures the nature, and honesty gives the platform for humanity. The second moral of the story is values. मूल्य म्हणतो आपण त्याला. नेचर, निसर्ग, शाश्वतता आणि मानवी भवितव्य हे जर विचारात घ्यायचं असेल तर व्हॅल्यूज आर व्हेरी व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. One of the speaker, Dubai person spoke right now. I was observing. I had been 2 times to Dubai. Very clean. Temperature is 52 degrees centigrade. तरी देखील बाहेर छानशी गार्डन आहे. आपल्याकडे असलेल्या गार्डन मध्ये फुलं चोरीला जातात. नो सांगली सर, इन कोल्हापूर. Values. If required, we have to take the permission. We have to take. We can. They will provide. The third moral of the story is 7 rupees story. Character. नीतिमत्ता, नैतिकता. And one more. Don't try to be a person of success, but always be a person of values. And when we are the persons belonging or believing on values, then definitely we will protect the nature. We will be 100% sustainability, follow the sustainability, and there is 100% future of the humanity. With this remark, thank you one and all with organizers.
Thank you,
And
sir.
post session too.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable guidance. आताच आमच्या विमेन्स एज्युकेशन सोसायटीच्या सदस्या फोडस मॅडम या ठिकाणी उपस्थित झालेल्या आहेत. ऑनरेबल राजू पत्ते मॅडम या ठिकाणी उपस्थित झाले, त्याबद्दल त्यांचे मनापासून स्वागत. We are truly fortunate to have Honorable Bharat Naik sir as the chairperson of this session. We warmly welcome you and request you kindly guide the proceeding of this session, sir.
Good afternoon. After a heavy lunch, sir told I'm permitted to nap you, but now and clear sound that does not permit us to take a nap. So, resource person of this session, organizers of this international college, teachers, students and friends. Dr. Gurav sir gave a very scholarly presentation on the topic of nature, sustainability and the future of humanity. He explained this topic very nicely in a simple and a very easy words. I am very thankful to Dr. Gurav sir for his knowledgeable presentation. He explained various examples from Ratan Tata to Vittal Kama. He explained nature, humanity and sustainability. He also explained 4 sustainability areas, that is economical, environmental, social and cultural, or that is governance. I personally give some outline regarding the social sustainability. So sustainable development is a burning and global issue. Particularly in India, it is much and more needed. Development is a continuous process. विकास ही एक सतत चालणारी प्रक्रिया आहे. विकासामधूनच प्रगती होते आणि हे करत असताना we have to protect our nature. We have to protect our humanity. That's why it is necessary. Otherwise, we will not survive. Otherwise, we will not be sustained. So, for sustainability, nature, we have to care the nature. That is nature nurturing, sir. Explaining that concept. So, using resources, protecting nature, and minimizing such things, sir, as explained. If we are not protecting our nature, then humanity will be in trouble. The existence of human will be in trouble. That's why nature is such word. Nature is teacher. Nature is teacher. Nature is guru. He explained guru. Within this conference, we are listening from morning inaugural session. And now we are going to present various papers regarding the sustainability. This is all things are theoretical. We have to be practical. And sir is a skill trainer. Sir has given and developed various skill models. In the various universities have arranged their workshops and lectures regarding skill development. Within the scenario of this international conference, sustainability is very much important. Before lunch, we are listening Dubai research fellow persons. In Dubai, one garden is there. You search in your Google. Miracle garden is there. In desert, it is possible. It is possible in Dubai only. So, last year I visited that miracle garden. 150 million flowers are there. 250 plants are there. And this is world's largest natural flower garden. In desert, it is possible. So when we go too close to nature and we protect nature, nature gives too much. And now Europe and other countries are visiting Dubai. And nowadays, Dubai is a popular tourist center. Dubai is running on tourist income. Even sir has described that various examples regarding sustainability, humanity and nature. And triangle of nature, humanity and sustainability. Even sir going to present 7 R's of the sustainability. We have to rethink regarding this one. Then first R is rethink, refuse, reduce, reuse, repair. Now we are forgetting these R things. We have to repair whatever is there. We have to repair. We have to reuse, regift and recycle. If we want to protect our nature, we have to use these 7 R's for sustainability and human development. Rethink, reuse, reduce, refuse, repair, regift and recycle. If we are not doing this, our nature will be in trouble, and if nature is in trouble, our humanity is in trouble. So for future generation, we have to protect our nature. Indian Institute of Sustainability Development, IISD in New Delhi is there. Indian Institute of Sustainability Development. They are running so many programs using PG, and they are creating developing the various programs, short-term programs, long-term programs regarding the sustainability. Social sustainability is very important aspect of our humanity. So day by day, our quality of life and happiness is moving away from us. That's why we have to protect our happiness. That's why we have to protect our quality of life. People should be more happy, but due to stress and other psychological problems, they are in trouble. They are disturbing their health as well as their mental health. So promoting qualitative life, we can develop social sustainability. Even protecting human rights, we can develop humanity and even sustainability. Access to education, quality education to all. Avoiding gender discrimination means gender equality, promoting gender equality. Healthcare, psychological as well as physical health care promotion, we can develop social sustainability. Building strong and inclusive communities. Day by day we are moving away from humans and attaching to machines and robots. That's why AI is coming and AI is disturbing our life. But if we are disturbing psychologically and physically, our social sustainability in the danger. So this whole international conference, today's discussions will help to protect the nature, protect the humanity and protect the sustainability. So I am very thankful to Guru sir, organizers and listeners. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. You are sincerely expressed. Now I request Professor Pratik Gizonekar sir, Head of the DBA Department of our college, please propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Respected chairperson, honorable resource person, distinguished guests, respected faculty members and dear participants, on behalf of Women's Education Society, Srimati Mathubai Garware Kanya Mahavidyalaya SANGLI, I feel greatly honored to propose a vote of thanks for plenary session 4 of the one-day international conference on nature sustainability and the future of humanity. First and foremost, I express my sincere gratitude to our esteemed resource person, Professor Dr. A.M. Guru sir, for delivering an insightful session on sustainable development in commerce and management. Sir, your valuable perspective and expert guidance have significantly enhanced our understanding of sustainable practices in the field of commerce and management. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our respected chairperson, Professor Dr. Bharat Naik sir, for his gracious presence and inspiring remarks. Your words of wisdom have truly enriched this academic session. I also thank Honorable Goddess Ma'am and Rajapathe Ma'am, member of Women's Education Society, for their auspicious presence. I express my deep sense of gratitude to our Honorable Principal, Professor Dr. A. Sukta sir, for his constant encouragement, visionary leadership and unwavering support in organizing such meaningful academic initiatives. I also extend my sincere thanks to our Honorable Vice Principal Dr. N. G. Kaya ma'am for her valuable guidance and continuous motivation throughout the programming. I would like to express my heartfelt appreciation to the coordinator, Dr. Urmila Shivsagar ma'am, for her dedicated efforts and meticulous coordination in making this session successful. My sincere thanks go to all the faculty members, researchers, participants for your enthusiastic presence and active participation, which made this session truly interactive and fruitful. With this, once again, extend my heartfelt thanks to everyone for your valuable time and gracious presence. Thank you all.
थँक्यू सर, थँक्यू व्हेरी मच. सर्व उपस्थित असणाऱ्या प्राध्यापक बंधू-भगिनी यांना विनंती की पेपर प्रेझेंटेशनचं सेशन आपण लगेचच सुरू करत आहोत. त्याचं जे टाइम टेबल आहे ते तुम्हाला तुमच्या व्हॉट्सअपवरती सेट केलेलं आहे. तरी कृपया आपण पेपर प्रेझेंटेशनच्या ठिकाणी उपस्थित राहावं ही आपणास नम्र विनंती. आपण व्हॅलिडिटरी लगेचच सुरू करणार आहोत. व्हॅलिडिटरीचा सेशन आपला ठीक 4 वाजता याच ठिकाणी आपण घेणार आहोत. तरी कृपया पेपर प्रेझेंटेशन झाल्यानंतर सर्वांनी हॉलमध्ये पुन्हा एकदा व्हॅलिडिटरी सेशनसाठी उपस्थित राहायचे आहे. आपण सर्वजण पुन्हा एकदा ठीक 4 वाजता या हॉलमध्ये भेटणार आहोत. तरी आपण सर्वांना नम्र विनंती, पेपर प्रेझेंटेशन झाल्यानंतर आपण पुन्हा एकदा हॉलमध्ये उपस्थित राहायचं आहे. सर्वांना पुन्हा एकदा नम्र विनंती की महाविद्यालयाच्या ग्राउंडवरती आपण सांगलीमधील स्पेशालिटी असणाऱ्या अनेक वस्तू आणि सेवांचं स्टॉल लावलेले आहेत. काही रेप्युटेड 4 व्हीलर्सच्या कंपन्यांचे देखील स्टॉल्स आहेत. ते आपण या सर्वांना भेट आणि वस्तू आणि सेवा यांचा लाभ घ्यावा ही आपणास नम्र विनंती. Paper presentation session of English will be conducted in the Garware Hall itself. So the presenters and the dignitaries representing English literature be seated in the hall.
हां होय, आमची टीम आहे सोशल मीडियाची.
सोशल मीडियाचं क्लास आहे.
होय हो, त्यांनी तयार केली.
खाली आपलं BBC सेशनला जाऊया. फॅलिसिटेशन करायचं आला तुझंच मी सांगतो सरांचं द्या. चला ना पटकन. हॅलो चालू सर. कोण कोणाचं आहे?
मुलगीचं आहे का दुसऱ्या?
The research paper presenters, scholarly teachers are requested to take the seats, and the session of paper presentation will start now. To chair this session, we have among us the dignitaries Dr. Namdev Garware sir, Dr. Umaji Patil sir, Dr. Madhuri Deshmukh ma'am. A warm welcome to everyone present here. After lunch, let's start a proper presentation session of English with recharge energy. Let us begin this journey of knowledge together. Today we are fortunate to have among us some eminent personalities. It's time to introduce the esteemed dignitaries present with us today. Of course, this was person Honorable Dr. Namdev Garware sir, a distinguished academician and dedicated scholar the field of English studies. Dr. Garware sir began his educational journey at primary school only and completed his high school to postgraduate education at Kanya Mahavidyalaya Arjunnagar. He was awarded both his PhD and MPhil from Shivaji University. His research focused on fantasy and realism in the novels of James Durham's ballads, reflecting his deep engagement with modern English literature. With over 20 years of undergraduate teaching experience and 10 years at postgraduate level, he is currently serving as head of the Department of English at Honorable Sri Annasai Dange Arts, Commerce and Science College and has served as member of the Board Studies in English Linguistics. Throughout his career, Dr. Garware sir has undertaken numerous as we have very less time with us because at 4 p.m. at sharp 4 p.m. Tyagaraja sir will be here and we have to begin our valedictory session. So it is better to cut or skip this introduction. We will felicitate our chairpersons and instead of all these formalities, we will start our paper presentation. Okay? At least 2 minutes will be there. Okay? The first participant presenting paper is Dr. Patil Rekhatali Shankar. Patil madam. Second one is Dr. Solgi Sujata Pandu.
Good afternoon, everyone. The diploma in research paper is subaltern ecology as a counter-archive, trauma, healing, and indigenous sustainability in the narratives of Tensula and Esther. In this paper, I have applied the theory of subaltern of Gayatri Surya, where she talks about the marginalization of women, how women are double marginalized as a woman and as a if the woman is belonging to the backward class, how she is double marginalized as a black woman. So this theory I have applied here. Can I read the abstract? No. Okay, thank you.
Next is Dr. Kuldeep Kulturaj Ram.
प्रेझेंट केल्याचा आनंद तरी मिळू दे जरा.
Good afternoon, I am Dr. Kulturaj Kuldeep and the title of my paper is Sustainability as Ethical Narrative, Story, Responsibility and the Future of Humanity. So directly jumping to the conclusion of my paper, and the conclusion is, the study has argued that sustainability cannot be adequately understood if it remains confined to technical, economic or policy-driven frameworks. By reconceptualizing sustainability as an ethical narrative, the paper foregrounds the role of storytelling, moral imagination, and human responsibility in shaping ethical engagement with natural world. Such a perspective reveals sustainability not a distant future objective, but as a present moral practice embedded in how societies narrate their relationship with nature, development, and human progress. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Next will be Dr. Hemangini.
Good afternoon, honorable guests and all my friends. The topic of my paper is Role of English Literature in Instilling Human Values. Literature reflects human life so as society. It is useful and powerful medium for formation life principles and moral values. Beyond its artistic beauty and linguistic richness, literature performs a deeply human function. It shapes moral consciousness and nurtures essential human values. Through stories, characters, conflicts, and emotional journeys, English literature allows readers to experience the lives of others, often very different from their own. In doing so, it develops empathy, ethical awareness, and social sensitivity. This paper explores how English literature contributes to the inculcation of human values such as compassion, justice, equality, tolerance, and respect for human dignity. By engaging readers both emotionally and intellectually, literature encourages ethical reflection and compassionate understanding, making it an integral part of education and social life. In short, now here I come to a conclusion. Literature fosters empathy, justice, equality, tolerance, human dignity by showing genuine human experiences, human emotional dilemmas, and moral ambiguities. English literature has long added moral questions, the central concern that is central to human life, from classical drama to contemporary fiction. Literature offers a place for reflection, understanding, and compassion in a world that is growing more morally ambiguous. Socially divided and emotionally disconnected, English literature is significant for scholarly and cultural reasons due to its ability to humanize people and sensitize them to their own ethics. So, the study of literature should be seen as an indispensable form of human enhancement and moral progress, as it generally contributes to personal growth and social well-being. Thank you.
Next will be Poonam Satish Suryavanshi. Supriya Koya ma'am,
Good afternoon, Manana. I am here to present the paper on the topic Digital Narratives, the Future Approach of Teaching and Learning, English and Second Language or Foreign Language in the Age of AI. As we know that in the 21st century, the fast developing world today, we are just changing the tools and the methods for teaching and learning second language, English language, and other foreign languages. So AI, if we are thinking about the digital narratives in the world of AI, we are just introducing the audio visual aids along with the images, and it enhances the learning capabilities among the students. But every coin has two sides. As you know, digital narratives, when we just add it to the AI tools, it has merits and it has some demerits as well. As the students, we get more involvement of the students by using AI tools for the digital narratives. They get the mastery over all basic core skills, that is listening, speaking, reading and writing. But on the other part, this requires the trained teachers, and even this is time consuming process as we require this proper planning and proper atmosphere for the digital narratives and the AI tools. Now I come to the conclusion that AI tools are used as an active agent in co-creation, but this needs all digital literacy and ethical awareness and teacher training programs overall. Thank you.
Supriya Koya ma'am, please come. Seema Mai ma'am will be ready for the next presentation.
afternoon, everyone. My name is Supriya Kuri. The title of my paper is Cyberpunk Fiction and Digital Culture, a study of Neil Stephenson's Snow Crash. In this paper, I study that snow crash is a reflect on digital culture, but also critically examines how technology reshape identity, power, and social structure in the contemporary society. And to study this paper, I used a close reading and textual analysis of this paper. At conclusion, I would say Snow Crash remains a significant cyberpunk text. This novel explores how virtual environment reshape identity, how information become power, and explore dominant transport social structure. While digital technology offers creative possibility, it also introduces new form of control and inequality. Therefore, Stevenson presents digital modernity as both an opportunity and a risk, a complex terrain where freedom and control coexist. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next will be Mathubai ma'am and the Mani ma'am will be next.
Good afternoon, respected chairpersons, MS scholars and fellow participants. I am Mrs. Siva Vaishnavi. I am presenting my paper entitled Representation and Preservation of Culture through the Myths in a Literature. Every civilization tells the stories, but some stories never die. They are transformed to the myth. Myths are not merely the ancient stories, but they are the gods and heroes. They are powerful cultural narratives that carry the beliefs, values, and collective memory of the society. As the present study of cultural presentation through myth in literature reveals, the myths are not merely repetitions of the stories, but powerful living expressions of human culture. Myth preserves collective memory of wisdom when they are used in literary text. Thus, myths in literature continue to play a significant role in representing, questioning, and renewing culture. It proves their continuing relevance in this changing and interconnected world. Thank you for giving an opportunity to present this paper.
After her, please be ready, Prashant Bhandare sir.
Good afternoon all. I am Deepali Mane, research scholar from Shivaji University, Kolhapur. My research paper topic is English essays and nature with reference to Bacon and Hazlitt. Directly move towards aim of the research paper. The present research paper highlights the nature in the selected essays of Francis Bacon and William Hazlitt, and how the nature heals or refreshes the mind through thematic concerns, stylistic approaches, and philosophical activities towards nature.
लाईव्ह चालू आहे.
पण या झाडामध्ये पाण्याचं प्रमाण जास्त आहे, त्यामुळे आता ते कुठं पिकांचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन होतं असं मिळतं आपल्याला. तिथं सगळ्यात जास्त बघितलं तर आपण जर आपण जर कौटुंबाकडे या भागात गेलो तर तिथं डाळिंबाची शेती जास्त आहे. इकडे वरच्या भागात आलो आपण तर इकडं आता सध्या तासगाव किंवा या भागामध्ये द्राक्षाचं प्रमाण वाढते. पण नदी काठची जी गाव आहे तिथं आपल्याला
आणि कुठं चालू आहे ते चालू आहे काय?
हानी कमी झाली. दुसरा सकारात्मक परिणाम आहे शेवटचा तो म्हणजे यावर विकास नक्की झाला. बारमाही शेती, साखर कारखाने आणि दूध या क्षेत्रामध्ये जी प्रगती झाली या भागाची, त्यामुळे असं लक्षात येतं की हा सकारात्मक परिणाम आहे. नकारात्मक परिणामामध्ये एकंदर पहिल्यांदा जो खर्च केला होता तो जवळपास 1 कोटी रुपयापर्यंतचा खर्च वाया गेला. हा नकारात्मक बाब होती. उसगावपेक्षा कमी पाणीसाठा झाला ही पण एक नकारात्मक गोष्ट होती. जिथं 80 टीएमसी पाणी साठायचं तिथं मात्र आपण आता 34.20 टीएमसी पाणी पाहतोय. आणि दुष्काळमुक्तीचं स्वप्न अपूर्ण राहिलं. दुष्काळमुक्ती लांबली असंही नव्हतं. असं जर एवढं मोठं धरण झालं असतं तर ते पाणी थेट आपण उचलून आजही आपल्या पूर्व भागात आणलं असतं. आणि नकारात्मक परिणामात एक राजकीय परिणाम आहे, त्याचा परिणाम समाजावरही झाला. तो म्हणजे दादा आणि बापू हा वाद अजूनही चालत आहे.
लाइव चला
प्राची जी और ये प्रगति यादव जी, मैं ये जानना चाहूँगा आप कौन से क्लास में पढ़ते हैं? बैठ के बोलिए, कोई बात नहीं। कौन से?
BS सेकेंड ईयर।
जी आप मैडम, ये जो छात्राएं हैं ये मेरे लिए अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण थे, क्योंकि इनकी अवस्था में हम तो बैठे हुआ करते थे तो लास्ट बेंच पर, और इतना बोलने का साहस भी नहीं था। ये आप जिस मिट्टी में खड़ी है, बड़ी है, इस कॉलेज की यह बदौलत जो है आपको ये मिला, जो जैसे कि जिसको सिंदूरी बोलते हैं कि ये यहाँ से आप ले जा सकते हैं। ये किसी पैसे से आपको किसी भी मॉल में नहीं बेची जाएगी। जो आज आप इस गाय से आपने आत्मसात किया है, उसको विकसित करो आप, क्योंकि बोलते समय इसमें कुछ बातें हो जाती है, लेकिन आपका प्रयास जो है वो बहुत सराहनीय है। मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा वो प्रयास। मैं आपको दोनों को भी बोलते समय रुकने वाला था, लेकिन थोड़ी एक बात ध्यान में रखिए, जैसे कुत्ता पीछे लगा है ऐसी बात, मेरा तो पीरियड नहीं हुआ, लेकिन बोलते समय बिल्कुल आराम के साथ, जैसे घोड़े पर चढ़ते हुए
several local benefits, but there is lack of awareness among the farmers. In some cities, the farmers are aware about the organic farmers, but in a village, they have used the organic products, but they are not aware. In Shiran district, Masni, Ragi is the 100% organic farmer produce, but they are not aware about the Ragi. Thank you. Yes. But government have taken subsidies, but farmers are not aware for getting subsidies because they have not certified the organic farming. Because of certification, government did not pay subsidies to that farmers. Organic farming certification is essential for getting subsidies. Thank you.
होय, मॅडम पाठवलं मला विजय मॅडम आली, कोण नाही सगळं चालू बोललो, लाईव्ह चालू आहे खाली
आपलं काम नाही बाबा, लक्षात ठेव आपल्याला
कोण आले मी जात नाही, मला काम तुझं सोड म्हणजे सांगितलं की सगळं सोडून द्यायचं, हे तुझं काम आहे. काय झालं तुझ्या कोणतं नाही तर पंजाब नाही तुझं काय सांगितलं
काय चुकलं तू काय करणार मी जो मॅडम होता, मी तुला आम्हाला सांगतो की घरामध्ये घेत नाही काय, मला कधी भेटला नाही घेताना फोटो काढतात, फोटो कधी काढायला त्याच्यामुळे आपण काय
खालच्यावर आहे का खाली सगळी चेक करतात. एक मुली पाठवा करून काय नको इकडे एक मुली बोलू
त्याच्यामध्ये तो फळ वगैरे पिकवून दुसऱ्याला खाऊ घालायचा, याचा अर्थ त्याला काळजी कशा गोष्टी स्वतःबरोबर दुसऱ्याची काळजी घेण्याची क्षमता पूर्वीच्या माणसाकडे होती. पण आताचा माणूस काय करू लागलेला आहे, तर कृत्रिम कार्बाईड किंवा इतर याचा वापर करून तो झटपट सेवन करण्याच्या नादाला लागलेला आहे. म्हणजे स्वतःचं पण आरोग्य बिघडवतो आणि दुसऱ्याचं आरोग्य बिघडवतो. म्हणजे मगाशी एक शब्द होता मी की शिरसाला बघतो पगडी कसा, बरोबर आहे का? तर पगडी जर वापरायची असेल तर आपलं डोकं शाबूत राहणं महत्वाचं आहे. डोकं शाबूत नाही राहिलं तर तुम्ही स्वतः कुणाला राहणार कसं घालणार, तर हा मेन त्याचा प्रॉब्लेम आहे. दुसरं म्हणजे पूर्वी
the state, even it is little bit stable.
नमित्या तू एक फिरवा चल. एक एक
typically associated with the human intelligence, such as learning, reasoning, problem solving, perception, and decision making. It is a field of research in computer science that develops and studies methods and software that enable machines to perceive their
जीवसृष्टी आहे आडवडी कुंडली तसे जाणावी पदवी उघडा किंबहुना यापरी बीज प्रकृती अंगीकारी आणि बुद्धसृष्टी एकसरी प्रसवची लागे. इथे ज्ञानेश्वरांनी आपल्याला निसर्गाशिवाय मानवाचं जगणं हे अपुरं आहे हे सिद्ध केलेलं आहे. वसंत तिथे वने वने तिथे सुमने सुमने पालंगणे सारंगाची गुरु तेथे ज्ञान ज्ञानी आत्मदर्शन.
आता कुठे जायचं? दाखवलं सायला वर्गात मी ब्रह्म सांगितलं दाखवलं की मला कुठल्या करायचं दाखवणार नाही तेव्हा माहित नाही.
Before moving further, let us understand
गाडी बघू शकते ना पक्की.
First one is to study the impact of climate change on agricultural productivity. Second one is to analyze the economic effects of climate change on food security. Third one is to examine adaptation and mitigation strategies in agriculture. Fourth one is to understand the role of technology and government policies. And the last one is to suggest policy measures for sustainable food security. This research paper is based on the secondary sources of data which are collected from the different sources. This study is informative and analytical. The researcher has used the descriptive method. The methodology is primarily qualitative, supported by available quantitative data. The relationship between climate change, agriculture, and food security, it can be understood from this conceptual framework or economic framework. The climate change affects on the agricultural productivity, and agricultural productivity determines the food security, and then
stability. Thus, climate change, it affects not only agriculture but also overall economic stability. In this food security, it depends on these four factors. First one is availability, then second one is access, third one is utilization, and fourth one is the stability. Climate change weakens all these pillars. Lower production, it reduces the food availability. Rising prices, it reduces the access, especially for poor households. Nutritional quality may decline. Frequent climate shocks, it creates the instability in food supply. To understand this issue more clearly, let us examine the situation in India. This slide explains how climate change affects food stability, food security in India, focusing on two major areas. First one is climate change, it directly affects on food availability and access, and the second impact is on nutrition and hunger risk. Studies suggest that climate change will reduce food affordability and availability and increase food insecurity in the coming years. Since these risks are increasing, adaptation strategies become essential. So farmers and the governments can reduce risk through the adaptation measures such as climate resilient crop varieties which are tolerant to drought, floods and heat, improved water management practices like drip irrigation, rainwater harvesting and watershed management help conserve water resources, crop diversification and mixed farming systems which reduce the dependence on a single crop and spread risk, institutional support like crop insurance, access to credit and extension services, and early warning systems and weather forecasts which enable farmers to make informed decisions about sowing and harvesting. While adaptation helps agriculture adjust climate change, mitigation focuses on reducing its causes. Mitigation focuses on reducing greenhouse gas emissions, and sustainable practices includes organic farming, which uses natural fertilizers and avoid chemicals, keeping soil healthy and food safe. Agroforestry means growing trees which crops improve soil fertility and helps to reduce the carbon dioxide. Then conservation periods, efficient fertilizer management, and solar powered irrigation. These are the some of the sustainable practices. These practices protect the environment while maintaining productivity. However, technology and policies are equally important for large-scale implementation. Technology plays important role through the improved seed varieties, mobile-based weather and market information, satellite monitoring and mechanization. Then government initiatives such as sustainable agriculture missions, irrigation schemes, and crop insurance programs help farmers to build climate resilience. Sustainable practices reduce the environmental damage, but they must be supported by strong policies and the economic measures. These are the some policy measures like government should invest in agriculture and research and development, rural infrastructure and extension services, then price support schemes and buffer stocks, then social protection programs like food distribution system, cash transfers, and employment guarantee schemes improve food access for vulnerable populations. And then the climate change, with that it is a global problem, so it requires a shared solutions as well. So international cooperation is also needed. So to implement these measures effectively, both national governments and international organizations must work together. So the national policies and programs like National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture, Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sanjay Yojana for irrigation, soil based practices, PM Fasal Bima Yojana for crop insurance, then global cooperation organizations like Food and Agriculture Organization, World Bank, etc. Then the fair trade as well as stable food trade policies and the social protection measures like food distribution and the cash transfer help prevent food shortages and protect poor families. And the last slide, it is based on the future challenges and the future opportunities. Future challenges in the face of climate change requires a combined effort of sustainable farming practices, effective government policies, and the global cooperation. By adopting innovative technologies and supporting farmers, we can build a resilient agriculture system that protects both the environment and future generations. Last, I would like to say, if we protect our agriculture today, we protect our food tomorrow. Sustainable action today will ensure food security for the future.
यानंतर डॉक्टर स्वाती माळकर मॅडम. थोडं मोठं नाही.
जसं की पाऊस जसा पडतो पडला तर वेळेवर पडतो नाही तर पडत नाही. ज्यावेळी हंगाम असतो त्यावेळी पाऊस पडणं गरजेचं आहे, मात्र पाऊस पडत नाही. ज्यावेळी पीक काढलेलं आहे त्यावेळी पाऊस पडतो आणि त्याच्यामुळे पिकाची नासाडी होते. दुसरं आहे ते मातीची सुपीकता कमी होते. आता सतत वाढणार ऊन आहे त्यामुळे ते जमिनीतील ओलावा नष्ट होत आहे. त्यानंतर जे आहे पिकावर कीड आणि रोगांचा प्रादुर्भाव आढळतो. बदलत्या हवामानामुळे काय होते की पिकांच्यावरती रोग किंवा कीड पडत आहे, त्यामुळे अनेक भर होत आहे. ह्यावरती जर उपाययोजना म्हणल्या तर एक म्हणजे पाणी व्यवस्थापन करणं गरजेचं आहे. त्याच्यानंतर शाश्वत शेती पद्धतीचा अभ्यास अवलंबून करणं गरजेचं आहे. त्यानंतर नवीन तंत्रज्ञान वापरणं गरजेचं आहे. त्यानंतर हवामानाची निर्देशन असं तंत्रज्ञान वापरून किंवा हवामानाचा अंदाज घेऊन शेती करणं गरजेचं आहे.
यानंतर गडीकर परवीन गडीकर.
शाश्वत विकास हा काय आहे की आता जर सगळ्यांना माहिती की जो पण विकास आपण
आम्ही फक्त ऐकून आहे हे कधी पाहिलेलंच नाहीये. मग आपण आता संसाधने म्हणतो, पर्यावरणाचा आता थोड्या कालावधीनंतरच्या आता आपण पाणी पण विकत घेतो, ते थोड्या दिवसांनी आपल्याला श्वासोच्छवासाच्या सुद्धा विकत घ्यावं लागेल. आणि हे होऊ नये यासाठीच आपण प्रयत्न करत आहोत आणि त्यासाठीचे 17 ध्येय मांडले, त्यामध्ये एक एक ध्येय आपण हळूहळू जे पूर्ण करत आहोत. त्याची व्यक्ती पण मी बऱ्यापैकी त्याचा स्टडी करून त्यामध्ये लिहिली आहे की काही कागदाच्या प्रकारे आपण पार करण्याचा प्रयत्न करत आहोत. मग त्यामध्ये काही योजना, उज्ज्वला योजना असेल, मग त्या योजनांतर्गत आपण म्हणजे त्यांना त्या चुलीतून बाहेर मुक्त करून आपल्याला त्यापर्यंत पोहोचवणे की त्यांना त्यातून त्यांना जो त्याचा विकार किंवा त्याच्यातून रोग वगैरे होतात त्यातून त्यांना पण त्यांना किंवा आयुष्यमान भारत योजना असेल त्यातून स्वास्थ्य येण्यासाठी त्यांना 5 लाख आपल्याला किंवा मदत करता येते. मदत करते. स्मार्ट सिटी योजनेअंतर्गत आपल्याला काही निवडक जे शहर आहेत त्यांना आधुनिक तंत्रज्ञान आणि सुविधा, पायाभूत सुविधा असेल, डिजिटल सुरक्षितता, जे आता सुरक्षितता हा मोठा भाग आहे त्यासाठी किंवा पर्यावरणाचं तर सगळीकडे हॉस्पिटल त्याच्यामध्ये नसून यासाठी आपण डिजिटल जी स्मार्ट योजना ही आपली आहे. त्यानंतर आपली स्वच्छ भारत योजना जी सगळीकडे आपण NSSद्वारे सुद्धा एक प्रयत्न करत आहोत, पण अजूनही आपण त्या टप्प्यापर्यंत पोहोचलेलो नाहीये. मग असं आहे की याच्यात आपण शाश्वत विकास हा शिकवतो, पण तो आपण स्वतः सुद्धा काय करायला पाहिजे, त्यामध्ये सहभागी व्हायला पाहिजे. यासाठी मी तो अभ्यास घेतला. प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजनामध्ये सगळ्यांनी जशा प्रकारे लाडकी बहीण योजना सगळ्यांनी घेतली, तशी आवास योजना फक्त गरिबांसाठी आणि काही लोकांसाठी होती आणि ती योजना प्रत्येक भागापर्यंत योग्यरित्या पोहोचावी आणि त्यासाठी आणि बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढाओ त्यामध्ये आता मुलींना बऱ्यापैकी आता लिंग परीक्षण केलं जातं किंवा त्यांना अजूनही काही भागात म्हणजे आमच्यासारख्या भागात ग्रामीण भागात शिकवलं जात नाहीये, त्यांना शिकवलं जातं. आता हे आम्ही शिकवायला गेलं तर मुलं कमी आणि मुली जास्त शिकायला येतात आणि त्यांनाही घरी जर बघितलं गेलं तर घरातून पाठवत नाही. या सगळ्या गोष्टींसाठी मग या शाश्वत विकासामध्ये ही जी 17 ध्येय हे पूर्ण करण्यासाठी आपण बऱ्यापैकी पुढेपर्यंत आलेलो आहोत आणि असं आहे की 100% 2030 पर्यंत आपल्याला 100% पर्यंत टक्केवारी गाठणं गरजेचं आहे आणि त्यासाठी आपण प्रयत्नशील आहोत आणि तो टप्पा पुढेपर्यंत आपण गाठलेला आहोत असं मला अभ्यासामध्ये जाणवलं. आणि मग शेवटी जर मला म्हणायचं झालं तर आपण या मैदानाच्या अपेक्षा करून त्यातून माझं या दुसऱ्याचा उद्देश आहे की शाश्वत विकास काय करावा, हरित अर्थव्यवस्था काय करावी, त्यानंतर या संकल्पनेचा अभ्यास आणखी व्हावा आणि या 17 ध्येयांवरती आणखी थोडंसं काम जे केलेलं आहे त्यामध्ये आणखी थोडीशी भर पडावी.
खूप छान, धन्यवाद मॅडम. आता मीच आपला खूप छान कोणी आलं मॅडम? कोणाचं मॅडम देऊ का? हो दे, आता नाही लागणार. निकिताचं नाव सांगा. मी काय म्हणते, नुसता मोबाईल घातला असं चालू स्टँड सहित घ्यायची काय गरज होती? होय होय घेऊन बोल.
To sustain technology, you should have, right? For example, blockchain technology, IoT technology. Earlier it was for engineers, now become a student of IoT. Otherwise, नहीं तो market सही काम होता है. कोई नई job मिलेगा. क्योंकि market में ऐसा tendency है to sustain man on this planet, you should have technology. You can use mobile technology. Similarly, your living technologies, or your operator stock market, gold market, all markets, you should have that confidence that I know technology. Handling technology. Okay, you require technology, not that you get a job and it is go. No, every engineer should have certificates. On. Every year पढ़ना पड़ेगा, ट्रेनिंग होना चाहिए, आपका सर्टिफिकेशन मिलेगा, वो आपका प्रमोशन मिलते रहेगा. then only it is possible for it to elevate. You can see girls with engineering, medical degrees, going everywhere in the world because they have confidence of knowledge. They can sustain in America, they can sustain in France, they can sustain in Germany. Why not our girls in Sangli don't sustain? The level of English, the level of confidence, the level of knowledge, the level of developing themselves has to happen. That's why we should stay back and understand very much that sustainability is a major challenge today to mankind. Now, girl is not inferior, you are superior. Because of girls working, our GDP is 8%, 7.2%, 7.8%, you go 10%. Because all of you are working. Earlier it was women was confined to 4 walls, now no more. I mean, if anyone tells, no, if you want a maid servant, you can hire a maid servant, but I'm not going to be a bohu. Is it not Garware tell? If you want to marry me, with respect and dignity only. That's what is the new age, where girl knows how to sustain. That's why sustainable challenges are should fit physically fit. Number one, take care of your exercises. Surya Namaskar karna padega. Don't neglect that, otherwise आपको 40 years के अंदर आपका कुबियत बहुत बिल्डिया हो जाएगा जिंदगी. तो 4-5 गोली, शुगर फैक्ट्री, बीपी फैक्ट्री, एसिड फैक्ट्री, पूरा फैक्ट्री ओनर्स हो जाएगा. क्योंकि आप लोगों को देखभाल करना, आपका फिजिकल फिटनेस, मेंटल स्मार्टनेस, टेक्नोलॉजिकल अवेयरनेस can make you sustainable on this planet. Otherwise क्या हो जाएगा जिंदगी, आप खानून हो जाएगा. अब फिर उसी समय में बोलता था वो तो गांव में है वो शहर में गांव वाले की तरह जिंदा रहेगा. क्योंकि we are going to exist very poorly. We cannot sustain with modern days with poor technologies, poor health, poor capacities, poor confidence. That's why sustainability is your own way of making yourself. Last future, how it's going to be. बढ़िया है जिंदगी 2030, 2050, how it's going to be. I said, which is going to be very challenging, very competitive, very competitive. We want our high-tech speed, बड़ा तुम रहता है. पुराना ऐसा नहीं था. नबी मलबार बोर्ड जाइए, मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी में आपको पूरा ऑर्नामेंट मिलेगा. आप कोई हॉस्पिटल को जाइए, पूरा मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी में ठीक हो जाएगा. This is the world where cost-ridden, competitive, challenging. We should equip ourselves. Protect values, protect your assets, whatever they are. Don't sell land. Attach yourself into a marginal cultures. India is India. India cannot be any country. Indians are Indians. We are like this. Don't copy any country. Don't copy any family. Your ethos, traits, values, all these things will make. Japan never copies. China never copies in their home. They sustain, they endure. इतना ट्रम्प आता है जाता है वो चिंता नहीं करेगा. That's how they think. Chinese are very strong. Japanese are very strong. Why? Because their roots, they are not worried about future. They are very strong in the foundation. But India, unfortunately, copies. We are outwardly English. कौन सा ट्री में, कौन सा कहाँ का मिलेगा? Only outside. We should be inwardly, not outwardly. When it comes to our existence, is more in future. Lastly, a small story to tell. In Japan, 1945, when it was bombarded, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, MacArthur was the king. Hiroshima was the Hirohito was the king. MacArthur was the colonel. Then Hirohito, king of emperor of Japan, whole Japan was surrendered. All people were really hard, wanted to give their life. We want Japan, not America, any country. This king, went to MacArthur and request. Sir, I came here to request you. You can take Japan, no problem. Means you can take the control of Japan from me. But I want two things from you. What do you want? You should not take Japanese language. You should not change Japanese culture. Okay, no problem. I'll give you, take your language, take your culture. In Japan, wherever you go, you don't get one English book. Only Japanese language is available. And Japanese culture is available. And what is that? He came out where people were very hard. Hamara king surrender ho gaya. Kya hai hamara desh? Okay. He comes out. And where he stands? Inside I ask for two things. Outside I am asking you only one thing. My dear countrymen, I want only one thing from you. To protect Japan in the thousands of years it is going to come. Kya hona chahiye, Maharaj? Drop your ammunition, pick your tools. Japan picked the tools. Now Indians have to pick up their own self-reliant, sustainable tools. You should become entrepreneurs. You should be thinking on your own. What I can do? What is my purchase price? What is my selling price? How can I add value? If your mindset thinks on such, definitely will survive. Otherwise, if you start feeling तो गवर्नमेंट गारंटी दे देगा, फ्री मिलेगा, करंट फ्री, पानी फ्री, वो फ्री, चावल फ्री, ऐसा सोच के बर्बाद हो जाएगा. क्योंकि our nature thinking should be that we will become sustainable provided if we think you are a modern age, new age. You came in the age of computers, you came in the age of digital literacy, you came in the age of artificial intelligence. In that age, you should not talk old. When it comes to technology, think new. When it comes to old, when it comes to culture, go for classical. See your grandma, grandfather, all those people have blessed you. That's why, friends, in your blood you have that sustainability. In your blood you have that courage. In your blood that you have confidence. But now you have to understand that your search for job is not outside. In Japan, no one goes to job. Only in service sector they go to jobs. Japan, only for going to jobs we are not being made. This nature has made us not to become a slave, but to become a hero. God bless you all. A great time. Before I conclude, let me first state principal because I'm so happy to hear he called with lots of love. Sir, you must come at all. I said, people loving is very important. We should love them too. Let me felicitate a principal on behalf of all of you for his wonderful initiative of conducting this international conference where about 380 participants, lot of papers, lot of love, lot of affection, reading papers, that has made me very much happy. On behalf of all of you, you can rise and clap for your principal who has made this very much. Institution open an AI lab, language lab. In my university, I'm opening 50 labs and skill labs. Oh, koi nahi bahar jayega. I mean, that's how that I dream of making my young friends. If you are happy, as teachers, we are happy. If you are not happy, we want to close our eyes. God bless you all. Let us be happy. Thank you.
Dr. Garware sir, we are truly grateful to you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us today and for delivering such inspiring, impactful chief-based address. Your address has truly elevated the spirit of this conference in very sweet Hindi tone. Thank you, sir.
काय चालूच ठेव. बंद करायचं बघ मला आणि तुम्हाला पण सांगितलं बंद करायचं
1 तास वाले 41% विचारते माझाच फोन